Hey everybody, this is Rydo, and we're back to Goodbye Deponia. No, wait, not Goodbye Deponia, Deponia Doomsday. Goodbye Deponia is the third game. We're in the fourth game. So we met McChronicle's grandfather in this Paradox City. It's not really video game criticism, really, too much to say this, but it is, personally in my opinion, very selfish of the grandfather or any parent to want their kid to work in their career field or their own personal shop, because like anytime as a parent, if you're just laying out this rigid life path goal for them, often it's like, oh, my kid's gonna be a doctor, or even worse, my kid's gonna marry rich. You're just not being generous and good as a parent to leave choices to your child. Let's see, we've got a lot of different places to go, and we've got multiple time machines, so I wonder if it's gonna turn out that we end up time traveling to a bunch of places we've already been, which could make this map incredibly large.
Nope. People these days just don't trust one another anymore.
So I imagine what we're gonna do is not be able to use any of these time machines.
Nope. People these days just don't trust one another anymore.
See, now we're looking for goal in our McChronicle. Let's go in here first. So I don't know why, if you were in a Paradox City, you would have so many clocks. It's thematic, but it's silly too. Is this the toilet? Yeah, there's somebody back there. We have Old Maverick, we have Vince, we have Ung, we have the Young Maverick, and we have Rita. I have Peanuts. Let's grab the peanuts.
Peanuts. Tasty.
What? You've eaten Mikey!
What? But, oh no, I thought you were Peanuts.
Don't worry. Mikey was an ass anyway.
And we are peanuts.
Sapient peanuts from another time. Delicious and clever.
What do you know? Can I maybe take you along anyway? The way things are going here, I'll probably have to make you into peanut butter.
No. To be honest with you, we wouldn't like that.
Let him speak. Maybe he's got a good reason.
A good reason to turn us into peanut butter? Oh yeah, true. He hasn't given us one yet. Yeah, why does he want to do that?
Let's see. For love?
For love?
Wow, now that's what I call a proper answer. Oh, we'd be happy to sacrifice ourselves for love.
Yippee! Me first.
But one more question. How exactly does it help love if we're made into peanut butter? Oh, yeah.
I'd like to know that too.
Let him speak.
Let's see. Love needs no further explanation.
I want to win back Goal's affection.
Oh, that's so sweet.
I don't know.
I'm not convinced either. But this is Goal we're talking about. Yeah, but who's Goal? I mean, do we even know her?
I certainly don't know her.
Oh, true. So how do we know if you're a good match?
Goal is also more of a long-term goal.
Huh? Well, how do you mean?
Oh, it's so cryptic.
We'll click this, but I imagine this won't do anything.
Love needs no further explanation.
No explanation, no deal. No, sir.
Find someone else to make into peanut butter.
Okay, I'll tell you. You're right, just forget I said anything.
No probs, matey. No offense.
Come back again once you thought of a valid reason, you pillock.
So there's a lot of people here, and this is not really what I want to do, is have to talk to all these people.
I see all the prerequisites for an entrancing love story. I just think the female lead should be recast. Talking peanuts. What do you know?
So let's talk to Rita, and let's
We're
talk
out of
to two
fewlocks
people.
soup. We've got toast and milk. And I'm also available on the cheap. My name's Rita. Are you single?
No. Yes. It's complicated.
Don't waste my time. I'm almost 40 and I'm a waitress in the city with no future. Do you really think I'm interested in listening to you moaning on?
Well, you asked. I just wanted to...
Tick-tock, tick-tock. Do you hear that? That's my biological clock. Order something, propose to me, or move over for the next in line.
Okay.
One order of, toast and milk, please.
Got any money?
Nope.
Then your girlfriend must be blind.
Alright. I guess we'll go through these other ones.
Busy here. Anything free today?
Yeah, a tip for your girlfriend. As long as she hasn't got a ring on her finger, she shouldn't let her man walk around the city on his own.
No, I meant the food.
Why didn't you say so? We're out of fewlocks soup. We've got toast and milk.
Why are
Any
you
other
gonna loop
questions?
back into that response?
Do you have a time machine?
Do you think I'd look like this if I had one? Time machines have become quite rare. Maverick has an instant change, but he'd rather run over his grandfather than take someone else on board. And then there's Vince, but he can only offer deterministic time travel. Firstly, that's boring, and secondly, Vince smells of prunes. Otherwise, I only know of the old time pod in Rocco's garage. No idea if that still works. So, if you need passage, just forget it. We're all stranded here. The best thing you can do is get married as quickly as possible.
Yeah, I think I'll pass.
I hear that quite often. I really should unsubscribe from that dating platform.
So let's talk to young Maverick.
What a wuss. Boo!
Ah! Oh no! The fewlocks soup. I'm gonna get fired for sure. My whole future depends on this job.
I thought there was no future here.
There is for me. My future self is sitting over there in the corner. He says that if I don't try a lot harder, I'll never be as successful as, well, me. He said I've got to save, work hard, and sign up to a pension plan. Otherwise, I'll never drive a sleek Instant Change 5. And then, well, it would all be for nothing.
Why don't you just make a new suit?
I can't. We've run out of fewlock ribs. Oh, man. What a disaster.
So he wants fewlock ribs.
That time traveler apparently comes from a completely different ethnic background. This is where my respect for foreign cultures and my diplomatic tact come into play.
Ooga, ooga.
Good day, sir. I don't believe I've had the pleasure. May I introduce myself? My name is Ang.
Hello. You understand what I say?
But of course, communication is one of the most important attributes for the profession in which I work. I'm a trader, and it would be a true conviviality to engage in business with you. I vend in medicinal herbs for a healthy intestinal flora, in exchange for vintage art from the Neolithic period.
I give
Interesting.
stone. You give fart mash.
I couldn't have put it better myself.
Who's taking so long?
See who's in the toilet.
Occupied! You plan on being done in the crapper anytime soon?
Don't rush me. I suffer from severe temporal constipation.
Temporal constipation? Not perhaps temporal diarrhea?
No, over that.
Excuse me.
But how the crap?
Surprise, surprise, huh? I recognized your voice. You're the time crapper. The temporal toilet tourist, who apparently has made it his mission to clog every toilet in the entire multiverse.
This must have been in a previous game.
End times person? Is that you? But I've only just met you. You gave me this wonderful toilet paper.
The money from Cletus's suitcase. I remember. But that was my other adventure, a version of the future which no longer exists. As if a huge plug were clogging everything up.
Oh, tell me about it. Oh, everything was flowing just fine. Now it's come to a standstill.
Exactly. But I'll get things back up and running.
Oh, that would be great.
you really needed to have played the 3 previous games before playing this version back to back, and that's way too much of a commitment. You're talking probably 30 plus hours of gameplay before you even would have started chapter 4, the 4th game here.
What a slime ball.
So, and for most people that means you would have had to play the game a second time to remind yourself of what had happened. I know as a YouTuber, I play a lot of games, and maybe that affects how much I remember.
Shame.
But
So why are you asking?
Well, you left the lights on.
there's just
If you
way
give me
too
the
many
key,
references
then-
here.
Huh. Nice try. Not only does the instant change coupe make time travel possible without that bothersome time branching, it also has the automatically adjusting headlights since the 5 series.
That's a nice device. No two ways about it.
Every time traveler's dream. For a long time, I thought I'd never be able to afford more than the 2 series, the so-called buttered churn, but I was ambitious. I wanted the 5 series more than anything else. I've slogged and slaved, shed blood, sweat, and tears, scrimped and saved again. And now that I've got there, the only thing that still gives me any joy is pushing around other people who don't slave away as hard as I did back then. For example, my former self, that lazy slacker. He should have served me a bowl of delicious fewlocks soup ages ago. But do you see any delicious fewlocks soup around here, huh? I don't. If he doesn't start moving my ass soon, I could be due a real ass chewing.
So this is the young version of the old version. It's just ridiculous.
He shouldn't be time traveling anymore at his age.
Nonsense, my boy. True, the cataracts hinder 3-dimensional sight, but we travel in 4 dimensions.
I feel like I've seen this guy, but I don't remember where.
Do you own one of the time machines out there?
But of course, my young friend. I call it the retardis.
Why is everyone laughing?
Because they have no idea. The retardis is a jewel in the crown of time travel technology.
It's a Doctor Who joke.
Mr. Vincent is neglecting to tell you that his antediluvian vehicle cannot undertake genuine time travel, only deterministic time travel.
You can't change the past with it. You're stuck there until you've recreated the condition of the timeline at the point of departure.
Huh?
Don't listen to them. A trip in the retardis is always worth it. If you like, I can take you on a little spin. All I need is a portal map with precise space-time coordinates on it. Just ask the lads at the portal building authorities.
So, seems like his time machine probably wouldn't be too useful. That's a lot of people we had to talk to, like 14 minutes of just talking to people. Let's see. Let's see if this loops around to some other areas. Yeah, it does feel like there's just way too much here. There's some ribs. And we've got a lookout, and we've got some bins. Let's go look at the
What are
bins
those
first.
trash cans for?
That's where we keep the seeds so they don't go bad, and so the wombats can't get at them. Those critters are getting worse by the day, almost as bad as the fewlocks. I catch them meddling with the bins all the time. That's why I always keep my eyes on both sides. My wife says I've started to squint. It's a good job it's so quiet on the fewlock front. We're not equipped for a war on 2 fronts.
So let me see if I can go get the seeds without him yelling at me. I imagine he will yell at me.
What are those trash cans for?
Hey, keep your hands off. That's where we keep the seeds so they don't go bad. And so
Yeah, the
wombats
exact
can't
same
get at 'em. Those
response.
critters are getting worse by the day, almost as bad as the fewlocks.
Nothing
I
is
catch
really
them meddling with
stopping
the bins all the time.
a
That's why I
developer
always keep
from
my eyes on both sides.
having
My
a
wife says I've started to
cooldown
squint.
on these lines of
It's a good
dialogue.
job it's so quiet
It
on
would
the
be
fewlock front. We're not
a
equipped
relatively
for a
simple
war on
function
2
to say, hey, has this audio file been played in the last minute? If it has, let's not play it again. Or Or just a simple toggle, it plays once, and then the toggle doesn't
Or do you have some kind of death wish that involves being ripped to shreds by a pack
reset
of
until you leave the area and
I
come
thought
back.
nothing ventured, nothing gained.
Don't think, soldier. It's war out here. And in war, there were only losers.
So if we can't look at the lever, good. The lookout seems like the thing.
Seriously, he could use a change of perspective.
So I need to change
Do
his
not
goggles.
distract me. I've got to stay alert. Or do you have some kind of death wish that involves being ripped to shreds by a pack of fewlocks?
You have a fewlock problem here?
What does it look like to you, huh?
Hysterical overreaction?
So I wonder if maybe Rufus created the fewlocks, and then they found these portals, and that's how they can move from different timelines.
Oh, there you are.
Howdy, Rufus.
You wouldn't believe who I met in the city.
My granddad. I know. He didn't recognize me.
No wonder. To him, you're not even born yet.
I guess I never will be. Even the slightest interventions change the timeline. In all probability, we prevented the birth of my father already.
Hogwash. I've seen everything possible and impossible in the last while, but nothing even remotely resembling a timeline. The whole thing is more like a fuzzy, knotted time scheme than anything else.
It's okay, Rufus. I'm doing just fine. Isn't it incredibly interesting here?
Yeah, very picturesque. But we have to get a move on. Don't you remember? Where's Gold?
In the farmhouse, but there's no reason to hurry. Here in interim time.
The clocks run differently, I already know. Still, no reason to take our foot off the gas. One of these portals must lead to Kuvak. We used it earlier ourselves.
Yeah, it's that one there.
That one? I actually expected a few mind-bending puzzles first, but so much the better. Wait here. I'll go get Gold, and then we can go get our future back.
So apparently we can just use this, and this portal seems to be connected to a toilet, which is fertilizing the farm. We also have a broken butter churn and farmhouse. I guess this is what a farmhouse is. Generally, just I would think the barn would be the farmhouse, but I guess not. And we'll just pick up things and then look at them.
Butterfingers at work.
So we're gonna find Gold like old and pregnant or something, I bet.
Hey, Gold, no time for coffee. Time to move. Wait a second. Am I counting right? Your goal? I mean, your goal too.
And you are almost as perceptive as when I left you, Rufus, savior of the world, suicidal time traveler.
You forgot butt model. But how can that be? What are you doing here? Which goal are you?
She's the goal that you rescued from the future.
Yeah, and in return, she left me and Mac on Elysium, stole the time machine, and whoosh! That was the thanks we got.
I've not got such a talent for dramatic endings as you.
And you didn't get far either.
Yes. Perhaps I was a bit too quick off the mark there. When I arrived in interim time, there was no future anymore. The tunnel had simply come to an end, and the autopilot was steering me directly at it. I had to crash land, and was stranded. For us, only a few hours have passed. For her, it's been a lifetime.
Why didn't you use one of the portals?
The portals only opened much later. At first, they were all out of reach. Then the Deponians started to throw their trash into interim time. The time travelers also started arriving from all sorts of pasts. Most were stranded here like me. We built Paradox City from the trash. We tried to reach the portals, but none of them led to the right time. Then, when the first children were born, we realized that we had built ourselves a new home.
But now I'm here. So come on, What was that? An earthquake?
We've only had one of those once before. The time when the portals opened.
Yeah, never a dull moment around here. Don't run off. I'm gonna go have a look.
And all the portals are gone.
Oh, come on. Where's the portal to Kuvak? And the others? All gone.
I think I have an explanation. When the tachyons poured into the open portal unchecked just now in the lab, we didn't only open the one portal, but also all the surrounding ones too. Portals leading to completely different places in time. As time passes much faster in here, they were open for years. A whole city was built whilst you fetched gold from the university. Shortly after you stepped through the portal, the anomaly closed behind you. In the lab, this was a blink of the eye. Here, countless minutes.
You mean this city only exists because we opened the portal earlier?
Really makes you think, eh?
Yeah, like for example, how do we get out of here now that the portals are closed?
I was thinking more of the moral implications. Well, what will happen to the people here if we restore the old timeline? Are we even allowed to do that?
I can't see any signs.
I noticed that too. You should get it looked at.
So let's go back and talk to goals. The two goals now.
Amazingly, there was still a bit of antidote left. Uh-huh.
You girls having a good talk?
I'm just telling Goal about your stamp cannon.
Oh yeah, I shouldn't have used so much cheese.
So there's battery-powered platypus, a sculpture, and some sculptures, and a brush.
Goal's hair may have lost its color, but it still smells like marshmallow candies.
We'll just take that.
What's that doing here?
I was going to use that for my last beat of the drum sculpture. I've been waiting for weeks for the battery to run out, but it just keeps going and going and going.
You've become a sculptor?
I had a lot of time on my hands.
That excuses some things, but not everything. What is this supposed to represent?
That is
Two
the
different
unfinished point.
sculptures
it's supposed
next to
look
each other.
unfinished. And here I thought it just wasn't finished.
Oh, I'd better have another go at that then.
Just see if we can take it.
Can I take that?
No, it's not finished yet.
I could finish it.
And just how are you going to finish it?
I can finish anything.
You're going to finish me off one of these days. Are you finished yet? Yes.
No,
Oh, we'll just take it then.
I will.
On your marks, go.
And finish.
Okay, what just happened here?
So, yeah, it seems like all the goal. We have goal as well, goal. So, Old Gold does seem to have a bit of a rapport with Rufus. But, I mean, old age and nostalgia could do that to you, certainly.
The portals have closed.
I'm sure you'll think of something.
I already thought of something.
No, you are not going to get a jetpack.
Aw, man. She held up well. She's totally confused. I probably would be too. The portals have closed. I have to try to open them again. Are you coming along?
Can't it wait? I'm having a conversation right now.
Of course. You can just sit here all day long talking to yourself.
You do that all the time too.
Actually, he's the one who talks all the time. I just listen.
So it doesn't seem like there's anything else we're gonna do. Again, just an example of goal being put somewhere in the game and then she just stays there for the entire chapter. She's really just getting dragged along for the adventure.
Country air seems to be good for him. His cheeks have gone all rosy.
Does he need to wear the tinfoil hat still?
Your granddad won't let me through to the time pod.
Sounds like him. I was never allowed to borrow his car either.
Any ideas on how to distract him?
With a good book, perhaps?
A book. We want to break into his workshop, not celebrate his birthday.
Which probably eliminates the necktie option, too.
Well, with the elimination of the portals, then we at least know we're not solving the puzzle that way. What do we have on the inventory right now? Just a stone sculpture, which we could probably give. We have like 3 different things. But let's see if this one will solve one puzzle, because so far it's been probably close to an hour and we haven't actually solved anything. We're just talking and learning.
Rufus, bring stone.
Interesting. The material used to create this sculptural opus magnum is clearly basalt from the German Fatstone Mountains. I can make out deposits of obsidian, and even inclusions of chrysoberyl. My respect for the fine arts unfortunately forbids me from exploiting this aesthetic ornament purely for the purposes of my base commercial ambitions. That would be barbarity.
So I'm gonna have to break the stone first. We can try this on him, but I doubt it'll work.
Bring things.
I'm sorry, sir, but I deal exclusively in geological travails and intestinal pharmaceuticals. It is, admittedly, an exotic commercial model, but in an era of international business, the medium-sized retailer can only ever flourish by finding a niche.
Too long of a response. Alright, let's go to this area then. We've got some new things to deal with. Let's see, we have an architect, we have a builder, we have the sirens, and we have a drill hole. That doesn't seem like that's too much of a difficult thing to deal with.
It's obvious that he doesn't have a clue about the future. Otherwise, he would definitely wear something else.
So maybe we get the blueprint from him, we get this magazine from the builder, we set off the sirens to distract the lookout.
We're about to make the breakthrough into the future. I can already smell it.
Sorry, it's the excitement. What exactly are you doing here?
We suspect there may be a so-called future in sediment beneath the city. That's why we started to hollow out its foundations.
Aren't you worried that that could make the city somehow, I don't know, slide maybe?
The chances always offset the risks. The unimaginative rednecks up there have no idea what a rough diamond they have right under their feet. They see no further than the base that guarantees their apartments stay standing. I see street cafes, Martin, office spaces, and affordable lofts for fashionable high-income earners.
Such as architects working for the Portal Building Authorities, for example?
Exactly.
Any progress?
How could there possibly be any when I keep getting interrupted by such trivialities?
Well, I thought progress couldn't be stopped.
No.
I have to get to Kuvak one day before the end of time.
Wait, Kuvak. Unlucky and unluckiness. We do have a portal to Kuvak, but that's on the old Hermit's land, so it's not connected to the time travel superhighway yet. We've been fighting for that right of way for ages.
That isn't the problem. The problem is that the portals have closed back up again.
No, it's not a problem, it's an opportunity. It's proof once more of how important the connection between Paradox City and the future is. I can already see the campaign. The only way back leads forwards. Or better still, back through the future.
But that's all just drivel. The reason for the lack of a future lies in the past.
What a hogwash! Today was yesterday. The future belongs to those who have the courage to look forward.
Oh, you have no...
Giving this character a lisp is not a smart move for as much dialogue as you're going to have him
spout out. I still don't understand exactly what that hole there is supposed to have to do with the future.
But it's so very simple. We want to attract a solvent clientele. Time travelers who are literally not born yesterday. A portal to the future who would put a Paradox City back on the map. The saying goes, continuous growth through development in interim time. And we're creating the attractions for that.
You spit when you talk. I'll let you get on with your
So,
finally,
all that line of dialogue,
future, all because of you.
All of that line of dialogue did not give me a clue as far as what I'm supposed to do with this guy, other than he just has a lisp, which I don't know how that's gonna work with any of the items I have right now. And that's kind of it. Like that was just a waste of time. That whole conversation, and arguably some of these other conversations probably are a waste of time also. And we're just like checking each time now, every 30 minutes, to see if a new cutscene or a new achievement is unlocked, and most of the time the answer is no, nothing new has happened, because basically nothing has happened. It's really slow going. This is one of those games where I'm having to take way too many breaks, just because of how exhausting and mentally draining it is to play it and listen to all the lines of dialogue, which are so at best, and then work on puzzles that are so at best. Yeah, mediocre pretty much wraps up the description of this game so far. Anyways, that's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want a friend or follow me on any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below in the description box. And if you want to support me even further, there's a link to Patreon, or you can friend me on Steam and gift me a game off my wishlist. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.